of Cheyenne Hughes, and I'm going to ask Liz to introduce Cheyenne.
Thank you. Through the chair. So Cheyenne is our Tuia representative for this year. You may recall we've had a number of Tuia representatives over the last 3, 4, 5 years, and most of them come in to make a presentation. So this year with COVID, the wānangas have changed slightly. There's normally 5 per year. This year they've changed that to 4, and they've made some slightly longer. So Cheyenne's just recently returned from the wānanga in Hamilton, and she's got a Nelson one coming up at the end of July. So I'll pass it over. Cheyenne's a local Methven girl, probably known you for quite a while, and with all Tuia representatives we go through to the Hakatiri Marae to talk to them about who's available, and it's normally someone who's from 18 to 24 years old, and there's a selection process, and the Mayor and I meet with the nominee and then go from there. So I'll hand it over to Cheyenne with your presentation. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheyenne.
We want lights off.
Dim the lights, just one off light, perhaps into the middle, that's it. Cool, thanks. Cheyenne, the floor's yours.
Am I close enough to this?
You are great.
Awesome. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago I flew up to Hamilton, and this was our first in-person wānanga. The first one we had at the beginning of the year was through Zoom, so it was obviously a bit different meeting everyone in person, sleeping together, doing stuff in the day together. It was really fun. So yeah, Tuia is, I'm sure you all know a bit about it, but the main things we covered in this wānanga was Ngā Toru Pou o Tuia, which is the 3 pillars of Tuia, which they focus on the most, which is wānanga, community involvement and mentoring. So for my personal community involvement, at the moment I've organised a wānanga to teach young girls weaving practices, which I've done a bit of. And yeah, we'll see as the year goes. I'm open to suggestions. We will keep that going. Anyway, so yeah, flew up to Hamilton. It's a long way away. I've never been there before, but it's quite cool. And then we vanned over to Zeal Hamilton, which is a youth networking group they have there. It's in a few other cities in the North Island. And it was just a cool base to come and meet everyone before we did the actual greetings and things at the marae. So this is where we stayed for the weekend all together there. It was beautiful marae there, much bigger than the Ashburton marae, so it was quite cool to see that. Food was amazing all weekend. This is the wharenui where we stayed during the night time and had our classes in the evening with Matua Marcus, so that's us there. What are we doing? Learning a song, I think. And yeah. On the Saturday, so the second day we were up there, we did a little tiki tour of Hamilton and their historical places. So this is the Rewe Maniapoto reserve there, so that's his tombstone and a few other historical places around Hamilton. These are more photos from battle sites and the Te Arawai posts they have up there. So Te Arawai is this really cool thing we saw in Hamilton where around the community they would have these little posts with information on the historical site you were in, and you can also sign in to their website online using those posts to view stories and facts about the place. So yeah, there's a link there if you just want to have a look through that afterwards. This is the rest of Saturday we spent doing team building and kind of going through what Tuia means to everyone. So that's us doing classes. I'm there in the, oh, does this have a mouse? Pink shirt, that's me. Yeah, so this was a little group we had. Also, just a bit of fun, we did a Tuia's Got Talent. So this is my group down the bottom performing our haka, which we made up. I don't have a video on that, and I'm glad. We also did a bit of community contribution in the afternoon. So we did some mahi at the Punui River Care. So that's a plantation where they grow native plants. They harvest the seeds themselves, grow them, and then donate them to help restore waterways around the area. So that's quite cool. And they ship nationwide as well. And then that's my flight home. We did a few other things, but that's the interesting stuff.
Well done, Shane. That's really really good overview of your weekend up there, and you've got more to come, more activities and more meetings to have, which is good. I know Tui is a very good program, and we're glad you could be on it this year.
Yes, thank you.
It's great. Liz, have you got?
Yeah, I've just got a question, and I know you've told me this before, but how many Tuia representatives are there this year? So it's run through Mayor's Task Force for Jobs. I didn't mention that before.
That's a very great question. I don't know exactly, but I think there was around 80 of us there at Mangatoatua.
Yeah. Questions, Roger? 80. Roger?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. What do you think was the best thing you got out of that weekend?
The best thing I got out of it? I think our Zoom calls with Matua Marcus, so he's the founder of the Tuia program. He had COVID over that weekend, so he couldn't come, but we had Zoom meetings with him where he would tell us about his story and how he gained so much from life experience. I thought that was quite cool, how people can start off as a small town person like myself and see so much of the world.
Great, thank you.
Stuart?
Yes. Are you taught anything about leadership or meeting procedure, or is it all just cultural things?
It's a bit of both. So the leadership thing is more of like a self-led community contributions thing we talked about. A lot of it is to do with the culture as well. So I think this being the first one, we were meeting each other. It was more of a team building and experiencing. And hopefully, the next one will focus more on our contributions to our communities.
Further questions, councillors? If not, thank you very much for coming along and sharing that with us, Shane. That's really, really good. We're going to finish our meeting now and have a cup of tea, and you're more than welcome to join us for that, and we can have more of a one-on-one chat with you. So, councillors, there being no further business, I'll declare the meeting closed.